For seeing the dangerous code, we will have two tables in database, each with pre-populated data. First table is JDBC customer, and second table is JDBC merchants. To keep things simple, we will not have any business logic, just basic database operation. Create a new package entity. This is the package that represents the table. Then, create a new class. JDBC customer. Add attributes, customer ID, full name, email, birth date, and gender. Set customer ID as ID column. Generate getters and setters. Create a new package repository under API Security Package. Then, create a new class JDBC Customer Danger Repository. Annotate the class as Spring Repository. In this class, we will write code that's vulnerable for SQL injection. We will not use low-level JDBC code. Instead, we will use Spring JDBC template. This class will help us maintain connection to database as well as execute SQL statements. Put a Spring JDBC template and annotate as auto layer. Create a method to find customer by email. Now, let's write the vulnerable code. The code is vulnerable because we join SQL strings to be executed using JDBC connection. This SQL statement is built by joining basic select strings with email from user input. Then, we execute the result string. The map to customer method is required to map query result into Java object. This code has nothing to do with SQL injection. This method only used for mapping result to Java class. Write it like this. We create new JDBC customer object and set fields by result from JDBC result set. In case you wonder what the optional use for, it is a convenient way to check if some variable is null. In this case, if result set birth date is not null, we will set the field on JDBC customer class by converting birth date into local date Java class. Create another vulnerable code to find all customers with certain gender. Inside, we will also build SQL string by joining select statement and user input. Then execute it. The next example is vulnerable method to create new customer. Build an SQL statement from user input. Watch the single quote and comma since we build SQL statements manually. And execute it. The next example is when we call database stored procedure, which also vulnerable. We will call sample stored procedure created from this course SQL script, passing two parameters. The vulnerability is on the stored procedure code. In here, the stored procedure build dynamic SQL, then execute it. The sample shows you that stored procedure is also not bulletproof solution for SQL
'SQL 'injection'. 'SQL 'injection' 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 'SQL 'injection'
Create the API. Create new class. Under package, API.server with name JDBC Customer Danger API. Annotate the class as REST controller with following request mapping. Inside the class, auto layer a JDBC Customer Danger repository. Our API will be minimalist, just calling repository methods without any business validation. First API endpoint is to find customer by email. This is a GET request with email input parameter on path variable. Next endpoint is to find customer list by gender. This is a GET request with gender code on request query string. Next, endpoint to create customer. This is a post request with customer data as request body. And then endpoint to update customer name, which calls stored procedure. This is a patch request with new data as request body. We will create the class for request body after this. Create the class that represents request body for update customer full name. Put this class on package api.request.sql injection. The class will have only one attribute, the new full name. Generate getters and setters. Since we using Spring, it is also possible to use Spring Data Repository, which will help us prevent SQL injection. Note that I mentioned help us prevent. Using framework like Spring Data does not guarantee your handwritten code is SQL injection free. For now, let's create the method using Spring Data Repository. Later on, we will see why framework like Spring Data JDBC or Spring Data GPA is not entirely SQL injection free. Create new interface on package repository with name JDBC Customer CRUD Repository. Extends from interface CRUD repository and annotate as repository. Since this is simple query, we will use Spring Data feature to auto-generate SQL by method name. Inside the interface, create method to find customer by email. And method to find customer by gender. Last, create a method to call stored procedure which will update customer name. In this method, bind stored procedure call using query annotation. This is the common misconception. Since we already use Spring Data and query annotation at repository, this is safe method. Wrong. The vulnerable code is on stored procedure. Spring Data will not filter your parameter that will be passed to stored procedure. So, any dangerous string will be remain as is. Now, create JDBC Customer CRUD API class under package API.server. Annotate as REST controller with path to here. We need the CRUD repository here. Create the endpoint to find customer by email. We will use method from repository and handle possibility of no result by simply returning null. Next endpoint is to find customer by gender by using repository. Then, endpoint to create new customer. All of these endpoints are using Spring Data JDBC repository, which is safe since Spring uses prepared statement. And now, endpoint to update customer name. This is the dangerous code, since the vulnerable code is on stored procedure.